Hi, in this lesson we are going to continue our discussion of arrays. Let's see what we have seen so far. In the previous lesson we have created an array called AI, array of integers. It was of size 5 elements. Then we assigned the values. We wanted to increase the array length, so we have created a temporary array and we have copied first 5 values from the old array into this temporary array. Then we have populated couple of elements in this new array. Then what we did is we made original array, that is referenced by variable AI, to point it to the new object or new array. So this is what happens actually. AI was previously pointing to old object, now it is pointing to the new object. Please note I am using object and array interchangeably because arrays are objects. Okay, so AI will have 400 and the old object will be eligible for garbage collection. Now if you see, the variable AI as well as temp array both are pointing to the new object or new array. Then what we did is we have assigned null to the temporary array variable. So now temporary variable doesn't point to the new object. So effectively now we have only one variable, that is AI, pointing to the new object with size of 10 elements. Okay, that is all we have seen. Please make sure you understand these 4 statements. First statement is creating an array with 5 elements. Second statement here, it is creating an array with 10 elements, and then we made AI point to the new object by giving AI equal to temp array. Sorry for the typo here, it should be reading AI equal to temp array. Okay, then we made temp array point to null, so this is no longer pointing to the new object, and the old object that no longer has any references will be garbage collected. So that is what we have seen so far. In this lesson we are going to rewrite whatever we have written previously. Okay, in this lesson we are also going to look at array initializer. Previously we are creating an object using the new keyword, but in this lesson we will see how to instantiate the array with a array initializer. Okay, this is the same program from our previous lesson. I just copy pasted but I changed the class name to demo2. Okay, we no longer need these primitive variables. So what we can do here is, instead of creating a variable, then assigning a array or constructing an array, then assigning all these 5 values, if we know these values at the compile time, meaning while writing the program, then what we can do is we can create the variable, then using array initializer we can assign the array. Actually this will create an array because we have 5 elements. The array size will be 5 and all the elements will be populated with these values. So it is equivalent to writing this statement followed by these 5 statements. Okay, so this is called array initializer. Okay, now let's print AI. Okay, we are having AI properly here. Also, instead of looping over and printing array like this, let's see if there is any other way of printing. Previously we were printing variable strings, right? So let's try to print variable AI here. So we are trying to print array of integers. So when we execute this one, we see something like this. Okay, what is this? This is the way arrays are printed, because this is array, okay, array of integers yet so and so location. So this is how the toString method, actually we haven't seen the toString, but every object can be printed using its toString method. This is how arrays will be printed. If it is a floating array, it will be array of floats at so and so location. But this is not helpful, right? We don't know what are the elements. So there is another way. Actually there is a class called arrays. This is a utility class. It has a string method and we can use it to print it. Okay, now instead of directly printing AI, we are using a utility method. So if you see here, arrays is a class that is available in java.util package. So now if we run it, we are going to get proper output. So this is as good as printing like this, right? So we are good to print like this. Okay, this is the easiest way of printing. Also now I don't need to loop through using variable I, so I don't need these statements. Okay, next what did we do? In the previous lesson we wanted to increase the size to 10 elements. So we have created a new temporary array, then we have copied the old values, then we have printed the temporary array, then we have assigned some values, and after that we have made our variable AI point to the new object. That's what we have done so far. Then we have dereferenced temporary array. So instead of creating temporary array, what we can do is we can use one more function that can copy it for us. It is available in the same class arrays. Okay, let's look at that. Now what I want to do is arrays dot copy of. I want to use AI because I want to copy the values from AI, and I want the new array length to be 10. So what will happen is this method will create a new array, and the new array size is 10, and it will copy whatever elements we have in AI into the new array. Now that new object is assigned to AI, so the old object will be garbage collected. This is as good as what we have done previously. So let's print this again. Okay, now what is expected, what we are expected to see? We are expected to see this array printed. After that we have to see array with 10 elements. The first 5 elements should be this. Okay, let's run it. Okay, so if you see, arrays.copy of method is using system.arrayCopy method. Okay, actually I will copy paste this one. So if you see the code, it is creating a new array just like what we did previously. We created temporary array with new length, that is 10. Then it used system.arrayCopy method to copy from original array, that is nothing but AI, into the new array, that is nothing but copy. So how many elements it copied? It is taking the minimum of original array as well as new array. New array length is 10, original array length is 5. So it will copy only 5 elements from original array to newly created array. Then it is returning the newly created array. Okay, so this is what is happening internally, but it is better if you can understand this one, how to call array copy, because that is what actually arrays.copy of method is doing. Okay, what happens if we give 3 instead of 10? If we give 3, we are obviously reducing the size. So the new array will be of size 3, and only these 3 elements will be copied. These 2 elements will be lost. So let's run it and see. Okay, so you can clearly see that here. Okay, that is about copying the array. I want to mention one more point about this array initializer. Okay, so now while declaring the variable, I am able to use this initializer, right? So let's try to create a new variable of array of integer. Now on a different statement, let's try to assign the same 5 elements. Will this work? No, it is not going to work. You can use this array initializer only when you are assigning while declaring. Okay, so this is a valid statement, but splitting it into 2 different statements is not valid. If you want to do this, basically if you want to declare a variable on one statement and assign it values in a different statement, what you need to do is you have to mention new int. So this is nothing but anonymous array. Okay, this is anonymous array, and it is assigned to temporary array. So I want to make sure you understand this point. This is a valid statement, but if you split it into 2 statements, that won't work. When you are assigning, you have to use new int brackets. You don't need to mention the length, because using this array initializer, it can know the length. Okay, that is about anonymous array and array initializer. Okay, that is about integer arrays, and let's try to do the same thing for string array. Okay, I'm commenting this part, then I'm going to create the same variable. This time I'm using array initializer. So first string is Manohar, second string is Academy. There is no compilation error. Also, let me not print in this way. We will use the same method, arrays.toString. Okay. Okay, let's run it. Okay, this is the original array with 5 elements. This is the newly created but assigned to the same variable with 3 elements. This is the string array. Okay, I want to show one more thing, because whenever you write something like this, it is nothing but creating a new string object. So you can write like this also, because when you write double quotes Manohar, it is nothing but a new string. Okay, new string object. Why I am mentioning is, if you want to create a array of dates, so here we can't use something, right? We have to create date objects. Okay, so this is similar to this one. Okay, that is the reason I want to rewrite the old one. Let me keep the old one as well. Let's print this date array as well. Okay, it is printing 2 dates. That is all about this second lesson. In this lesson, basically we have rewritten whatever we have previously seen, but this time we are using array initializers and anonymous arrays. Also, we have seen how to use array copy of method, which in turn is using system.arrayCopy. Also, we have seen how to use array initializer for objects as well. Okay, this is how we create primitive type array initializer. This is how we create reference type array initializer. Okay, that is all about this lesson. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and share it with others. Thank you.